Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, and welcome to the Friday Night Fundet on the W9XD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of Rabbit Radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is providing an on-air meeting place to all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. Now, this is the Friday Night Fun Net with Jimmy Dorsey, K9GCR. It's on YouTube. It's a live stream on YouTube at youtube.com/Kerry Tatlow. You don't need to register for YouTube to listen to this live stream. Anybody in the world can listen. Go to YouTube and then search for Kerry Tatlow live stream. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. That's Kerry, Kilo, Echo, Romeo, Yankee, Tatlow, Tango, Alpha, Tango, Lima, Oscar, Whiskey. You can find tonight's Fundet live stream listed there. Click it and listen in. Okay, if you're out in the sticks, if you can hear the repair, but you can't get it and you don't have internet access, you can't get YouTube or anything like that, you can give me a call, the Friday Night Funnet Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636. The local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio if at all possible. Okay, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take a short time on mobile stations. If you are having, if you got a family stuff going on, something you want to watch on TV, you're just passing through the area, you get rather concentrated or driving, I'll take your short time on mobile check-ins, and if you have traffic, you can do your traffic right away. After that, I'll take check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin, regular check-ins. We'll do our regular features, Friday Night Fundet Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of a radio do you want to, antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, FT8, DMR, APRS. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to bring them before the net, and we'll do our best to answer your questions for you. We'll have the Friday Night Fundet contest / DX corner. Did you make any DX contacts? We're anxious to hear your reports. Then we'll have the swamp nets. If you have any items to buy, sell, trade, or giveaway related to the hobbies of Rabbit Radio or computers, we'll definitely do that. Okay. There's a teacher at Jefferson High School who's trying to get students interested in becoming amateur radio operators. It's not just high school students. He's asking for. He's trying to get grade school and middle school as well as high school students interested. I'm going to ask the question tonight. What can we do to get younger people involved in this wonderful hobby of Rabbit Radio? If you hear reports, there are several high schools that have all over the country that have ham radio clubs. One entire class in Staten Island, New York, got their ham radio licenses, and they're good to go. That's the question we're going to talk about tonight. Okay, with all so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. If you have any short time on mobile stations you want to check in, please call now.
K9KZT, Larry.
K9KZT, Larry. King of CW in Rockford. Okay, Larry, thanks for the checking in. You have a good evening. I sure will hear you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening Rag 2 Net, which I'll be net control. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time emotions you want to check in? Please call now.
KC9 QPO, Palo Spark, short time 73, I'm clear.
KC9 QPO, okay, Paul. I got you checked in to Paul and Lowe's Park. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Day, and enjoy your evening. Catch you down the log. Any more short time emotions you want to check in? Please call now.
M9BWM, short time, no traffic.
This is KC9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun Day on the W9AXD repeat and rock. We're transferring from Friday Night Fun Day Center in Freeport at 9BWM. Okay, Bruce and Rockford have got you checked in. Southern, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time emotions you want to check in? Please call now. Okay, I did have one early bird check-in. It's David, 9DLB here in Freeport. Lives about a mile east of me. Lives north of beautiful downtown Freeport. He checks in almost every Friday night. And okay, K9KCT, K9QPO, and N9BWM, short time. Okay, at this time, do we have any general check-ins? General check-ins of Friday Night Fun Day. Please call now.
YBG, Dale. KC9GCR. Here is KC9YI, Kilo Charlie 9 Yankee India, Scott in Monroe.
Okay, I got two more general check-ins. K9YBG, Dale and Rockford got you checked in. Dale, thanks for checking in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable. K9YI, Scott Monroe, I also got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins so I can check in the Friday Night Fun Day? Please call now.
Oh, good evening, Jimmy. W9JTC. Gonna check in short time, sir, but I'll be listening along, but I'm working on the side.
W9JTC, Jamie and Robert. Short time. Okay, Jamie, thanks for checking in. If you feel like jumping in again, you're welcome to do so. If you want to make any comments. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins of Friday Night Fun Day? Please call now. Well, okay, rather than keep anybody waiting, we'll just go ahead with the traffic portion there. KD9, no, what am I saying? We'll go over the round table. We'll do the traffic portion later. KD9YBG, Dale, what's going on with you?
I was glad to wake up this morning and walk outside, and I was going to take a dog for this little walk, and it was raining. I didn't even hear it in the house. It was just it was kind of a heavier rain, but it was just straight down, and it wasn't real noisy. We got about a half inch, so it looks like there's some rain coming in maybe tomorrow or Monday. So hope we get more. KD9YBG, back to net.
I think we're going to get more to it. I think we're supposed to start later tonight and sometime tomorrow. We sure did. At 2 o'clock this morning, I was still up. I was listening to our Freeport weather station. Out at Dubuque, Iowa, they had very heavy rain. And at 3 o'clock, they had light rain, so it was oh boy. I think they had over about a couple of inches out there, so that's good. We got rain here. Okay, Dale, what can we do to get younger people involved in this wonderful hobby of Rams radio?
That's a good one. I don't know, because you know, they're pretty much on their phones, but you know, radios are a different animal. I know they almost have to know somebody or be somehow, get introduced to it on the internet or read about it to know about it. So I don't really know. It's a kind of a tough one. KD9YBG.
Well, here's one suggestion I would tell you: bring them out to field day on the 27th and the 28th. So that some of the students, excuse me, can see what's going on. There would even be a go-to station if anybody who's not on hand wants to make a contact with the station in a different part of the country. That's the way we work out that way. Dale, thank you for checking in. We'll get back to you for the second round here, second discussion. KC9YI, Scott in Monroe. What is going on with you?
Oh, good evening, Jim, and everybody on the net tonight. This is KC9YI, and we had inch and 3/7, 1.37 inches of rain here. So we had a real nice, good rain here in Monroe, and soaked everything up pretty good, and everything looks a lot happier out there, green, and sure feel the humidity a little bit. So let's see, what else have we been doing? Things around the house today, and doing some errands and things like that. So KC9GCR, this is KC9YI.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that sure was that was sure good there to see that rain fall. We had some little shower here this afternoon too. That was great. We're supposed to get some more here later tonight, sometime tomorrow. And it's supposed to get real hot and humid next week, towards the middle of next week. So get those fans and ACs cranked up and ready to go.
Yeah, sounds like it's going to be warm and steamy.
Oh, that's for sure. Scott, I'm asking everybody tonight, what can we do to get more younger people interested in this wonderful hobby of Rams radio? Do you have any suggestions?
Well, there's been periods of time where they have schools on the air, and I think anybody can check into their little contest or whatever, and make a contact with them. And you mentioned field day. That's certainly people that are interested in it, and used to have some Boy Scout troops that were always kind of interested in it. With their, I don't know if they still have that Eagle Scout award for learning Morse code anymore or not, but it seemed like Morse code's kind of gone by the wayside. But I would say if you can get involved with any of the young people activities at church or at school, it just kind of depends if there's opportunities that come up. Back to net. This is KC9YI.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Another thing I liked with Skywarn, if there's somebody can give is there a way they can get a scanner or something? They can listen to this repeater or your repeater. They can listen to the weather spotters. They can get an idea as to what the Skywarn is all about too. Thank you for Scott. Thank you for checking in. I'm going to get back to you a few minutes for a second go around here. So thanks for checking in. Okay, Jamie W9JTC is checked in short time, but he's listening. So if he wants to get back in there for any reason, he can. So that concludes my list. Are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call KC9GCR.
KC9GCR, I'll check in. KB9OLF in Cedarville. One and done, Jim. I'm gone.
KB9OLF, Ruben in Cedarville. Okay, Ruben, I've got you checked in. One and done. Thanks for checking in. Southries, have a good evening. Okay, any more stations I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun then? Please go now.
KE9 CNS, Doug in Rockford.
KE9CNS, Doug in Rockford, you did a great job as net control for the Skywarn that last night. 10 check-ins is good turnout. What's going on with you? And I'm asking the question, what can we do to get younger people involved in this wonderful hobby of amateur radio?
Well, thank you very much, Jimmy. I'm doing fine. And what can we do to get people more interested in amateur radio? I do not have the answer to that. GMRS has been very successful as a gateway for it. People can pick up GMRS radios everywhere, as you know. The FRS, the family radio service, and as they get older or more into it, they may realize, or we promote it more, say, hey, you like talking on the repeaters or to your family and friends, how would you like to talk to across the world? That could be, like I said, has been very successful for a lot of the the GMRS community to get their tech license and go beyond that. A brief reset. So, other than, thinking, outside the box anymore, GMRS has been very successful for a lot of interest, and people do have a good time with it. And so if we can keep promoting that and get people interested, and also too, there's nothing on TV, there's nothing on YouTube, unless YouTube or Facebook, which is a real social activity, unless they subscribe to or see, amateur radio ads or, links come up. It's kind of isolated, but we can only work on it slowly. Give people a chance to learn and grow in the radio hobby. KE9 CNS, back to net control.
Sounds like good points on your part. Sounds like a good idea. Yes, GMRS is becoming popular for sure. I know it's becoming popular because I think some of the GMRS operators who are also ham radio operators accidentally key the wrong mics because they hear them come over this repeater on 195. Sometimes I have to get there and say wrong frequency. KIG stereo. Well, they did. It's an accident. They're not causing any problems. I do the same thing. Okay, Doug. Thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you for the second go around here. Any more stations wishing to check in? Please call now. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We'll try for some more check-ins later on. We'll have a second go around here in a few minutes. I'm going to get my traffic portion. Tomorrow afternoon, the Stevenson County Repair Association will be holding a bi-monthly VE testing session tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library. If you want more information, you may contact John Mitchell, W9JC. He's our Stevenson County VEC. So area code 815-238-7485. Area code 815-238-7485. You can also contact him at johnmitchell61@gmail.com, but you're better off calling him on the phone. Let them know you're coming, and let's hope we'll have a good turnout tomorrow afternoon. Again, the Stevens County Repair Association will be having a bi-monthly VE testing session tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library, second floor boardroom. If you want more information, contact John Mitchell, Whiskey 9 Juliet Charlie, at area code 815-238-7485. Area code 815-238-7485. We've been successful the last few sessions as getting new ham radio operators. Let me reset. Okay, the Friday morning breakfast, Rah-Rah Friday morning breakfast meets every Friday morning from 7:30 a.m. until about 9 a.m. We order breakfast at 8 a.m. It's an informal gathering of ham folks, no affiliations necessary, good food and good company. Everyone is welcome to attend. It's held at the Spring Garden Family Restaurant, 4820 North 2nd Street, Loves Park, Illinois, 61111. Mark K9COB attended that Rah-Rah breakfast this morning. We met quite a few people there. Okay, the Greater Boy and Dam Radio Club, or G-Bark, meets monthly on the second Saturday of the month at 8 a.m. at Denny's Restaurant, Flying J Truck Stop, Illinois 75 and I-9039. All are welcome to join the group for food and lots of ham talk. Again, the Greater Boy and Dam Radio Club, or G-Bark, meets monthly on the second Saturday of the month at 8 a.m. That will be next Saturday, the 13th. Denny's Restaurant, Flying J Truck Stop, Illinois 75 and I-9039. All are welcome to join the group for food and lots of ham talk. Also, the bi-monthly, the Rock River Valley GMRS Breakfast Club meets on the first and third Saturdays each month at 9 a.m. at Mr. C's Family Restaurant, 4309 West State Street, Rockford, Illinois, 61102. Okay, that's the traffic I have so far. Any more stations would like to check into Friday Night Fun Net, please call K9 GCR. Okay, let's go to the second round table here. KD9YBG Dale, anything else you want to bring before the net?
KD9YBG, were you calling me?
Yes, I was. We're the second go around here. I'm asking everybody, I'm asking if you have anything else you want to bring before the net.
I don't have anything else to add, so I'll just be listening. KD9YBG.
Okay, sounds good, Dale. Thank you for checking in. We'll catch you tomorrow night on the Caribbean Interaction. I'll be net control then, too. Okay, KC9YI, Scott and Monroe, are you still with us? Anything else you'd like to bring before the net? KC9YI, Scott Monroe, are you still with us?
Yep, you woke me back up there, Jim. KC9GCR, this is KC9YI. Yep, kind of listening in and getting ready for a winter's or a summer snap.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. Now, you guys are having your monthly meeting tomorrow morning, is that correct?
Yep, 9 o'clock, in between 9 o'clock and 9:30, getting started with that.
Okay, where will you be meeting? At the library?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, I told Mark E9COB about your monthly meeting. He doesn't know what he's going to do yet. He said he might come up there and maybe visit you guys.
Oh, that'll be nice. Yeah, I think Chuck's going to have some pictures from Japan, and then we're going to kind of finalize a little more about field day.
Yeah, that'll be coming up shortly. Okay, that's all I want to know. Scott, I'm going to let you go. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on the Green County Net this coming Sunday night.
Sounds good, Jim. Repeater's coming in pretty nice and strong tonight. I think a little stronger than it has on some evenings. So you're sounding nice and clear, and like you're right here in Monroe tonight. So anyway, 73, and we'll catch you all later. This is KC9YI clear.
This is KC9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXT repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Sounds good, Scott. You have a good evening, and thank you for chatting. The band might be enhanced tonight there. So a few nights ago, I was picking up the 443.750 Chicago FM Club UHF repeater for their night watch net. So thanks for checking, Scott. Have a good evening. Okay, let's go on with to KE9CNS. Doug, anything else you wanted to bring before the net?
Thank you, Jimmy. No, I don't have too much more to say. I will add, we put an extra quarter in the repeater tonight to make it sound a little better for the FNF night, and I'll just be on the side listening. KE9CNS.
Hey, Doug, thank you very much for that check-in. That's great there. You have a good evening. Are there any more stations that would like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now. Okay, let's go ahead now with our weekly features. Let me get my papers just straightened out here. Oh boy, okay. Okay, now we're going to do well, I already gave my traffic, so we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, DMR, FT8 to GMRS. If you have any technical questions you'd like to bring before the net, please feel free to do so. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net this time? Please go ahead. Well, no technical questions. We'll go ahead with the Friday Night Fun Net Contest / DX Corner. Kerry, K9MAP, called me on the phone. He's going to be, he wanted to check in on the phone. He said he didn't have much of a DX report there, so he did make a contact with a new grid square. That was in Canada. So that was about it. So and I did not make any DX contacts. Anybody have any DX reports they'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, no DX reports, so we'll go ahead with the swap net. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to the hobbies of RAM trading or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. They mention the price over there, but any haggling should be done either in person or the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic they'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, once again, I'll repeat, Richard, N9ZO is swap net traffic. He's just dying to give away that that 1,000 feet of coax. He's asking $1 for each piece of coax. It's similar to LMR 400, but it is not LMR 400. Give Richard a call at area code 815-547-8686. Area code 815-547-8686. When you give him a call, ask him if he would like to put some connectors at each end of the coax. Okay, he's just dying to give away this coax. Please give him a call. Okay, I don't have, does anybody have any swamp net traffic at this time? I heard a mic click, but no audio. Is somebody trying to check in? Please call now. Okay, well, don't forget the field day activities. It'll take place on the June 27th to 28th. It'll be about three weeks away. So let's see. Our repeater association is going to be involved. They're going to set up stuff at 10 a.m. And let's see, at 12 noon we're going to have our annual potluck. Then at 1 p.m. we'll be getting underway with the field day activities. We're only going to go till sundown. We will not have any nighttime operators. So, and they don't want anybody there alone. So that, as a result, no nighttime operators, but they'll pick it up again on Sunday morning. Let's see. The rah-rah field day will be getting underway. I believe it's going to be at Camp Winnebago, again, like it has been in the previous years. It'll be getting underway at 1 a.m. Of course, they'll be having nighttime operators. So I had a wonderful time there 2 years in a row. And I don't know if I'll be able to get over there this year or not. But I will, of course, I will be participating in the Freeport Field Day activity. So we'll just see what transpires. We're definitely looking forward to that. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call K-Sign TCR. I heard a mic click one to audio. Do we have any stations who want to check in? Please call now. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead with the Friday Night Fun Net trivia. As you know, the VE testing session will take place tomorrow morning at, tomorrow afternoon, I should say, at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot. Next Saturday, June 13th, will be our monthly meeting of the Stevenson County Repeater Association. That will take place next Saturday morning, June 13th at 11 a.m. in the Freeport Public Library second floor boardroom. By the way, George N9WSQ, our club president, is making a speedy recovery from his accident he had last week. He fell and hit his head. He had a couple of stitches put on. He's able to drive his car. He still has pain. So he's making a good recovery. Maybe we'll see him next Saturday at the meeting. So that's good. Okay. As I stated, we're going to go get underway with the Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for the benefit of those who are studying for their first ham radio licenses. We have a lot of people who listen to us on scanners. They're not able to hear police communication anymore unless they buy a very expensive digital scanner, unless you can pick up traffic on Starcom 21. But a lot of people also listen to it just for the heck of it. So, okay. I'm gonna read these questions. Anybody listening, you might want to copy the correct answer to these questions, memorize them, and what have you. Don't bring them to BE testing session tomorrow, or you end up in the doghouse. All right. First question. Which of the following self-assigned indicators are acceptable when using a phone transmission? A. KL7CC stroke W3. B. KL7CC slant W3. C. KL7CC slash W3. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following self-assigned indicators are acceptable when using a phone transmission? A. KL7CC stroke W3. B. KL7CC slant W3. C. KL7CC slash W3. D. All of these choices are correct. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, which of the following self-assigned indicators are acceptable when using a phone transmission? A. KL7CC stroke W3. B. KL7CC slash W3. C. KL7CC slash W3. Well, the correct answer is the D delta. All of these choices are correct. 97.1193, FCC Part 97.119C says one or more indicators may be included with the call sign. Each indicator must be separated from the call sign by the slant mark or by any suitable word that denotes the slant mark. If an indicator is self-assigned, it must be included before, after, or both before and after the call sign. Ham radio license manual, page 8-4. Some of these questions, I try to avoid reading the same questions every week. After a while, it starts getting old and gets boring to some people. Okay, just a minute. Okay, which region of the atmosphere can refract or bend HF and VHF radio waves? A. The stratosphere. B. The troposphere. C. The ionosphere. D. The magnetosphere. Which region of the atmosphere can refract or bend HF and VHF radio waves? A, the stratosphere. B, the troposphere. C, the ionosphere. D, the magnetosphere. Anybody correct answer to this question? Okay. Which region of the atmosphere can refract or bend HF and VHF radio waves? Correct answer C, Charlie, the ionosphere. Reflections from the ionosphere allow radio waves to be received hundreds or thousands of miles away. Ham Radio License Manual, page 4-3. Okay, what is an electronic keyer? A, a device for switching antennas from transmit to receive. B, a device for voice-activated switching from receive to transmit. C, a device that assists in manual sending of Morse code. D, an interlock to prevent unauthorized use of a radio. What is an electronic keyer? A, a device for switching antennas from transmit to receive. B, a device for voice-activated switching from receive to transmit. C, a device that assists in manual sending of Morse code. D, an interlock to prevent unauthorized use of the radio. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KE9COB.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark.
I'm going to go with C, Charlie.
You are correct, Mark. You are correct. What is an electronic keyer? The correct answer is C, Charlie. A device that assists in manual sending of Morse code. This device turns contact closures by a Morse paddle into a stream of dots and dashes. A keyer may be a standalone device, or it can be built into a transceiver. Keyers and paddles can generate Morse code much faster than by using a straight key. Ham Radio License Manual, page 5-7. Okay, we'll resume the trivia questions in a few minutes. Mark, KE9 is COB. What is happening with you?
KE9COB here, Mark in Loves Park. Good evening, everyone. Nothing new with me. I get up in the morning, go have breakfast with friends, and then I work around the house, and then I come home and I play radio in various forms, UHF, VHF, HF, and work around the house again, and then that's about covering it. Jim, back to you.
Okay, so sounds good, Mark. I'm also asking the question. Of course, tonight I mentioned about this teacher at Jefferson High School trying to get several of the students in the city of Rockford, citywide, involved in amateur radio. Radio from grade school, middle school to high school. So then I was as mentioned. I think 13 students for sure are interested in getting into this hobby. I think we talked about this before, Mark, but what can we do to get the younger people involved in this wonderful hobby of ours?
KE9COB again. Well, personally, I believe younger people are pretty much interested in anything having to do with computers and internet to start with. So if you combine the radio transmissions with internet, and we all know there's 900 versions of that, I think push that a little bit more. They'll probably be likely more interested. Back to you, sir.
Okay, Mark, sounds good. Now, I had mentioned earlier about the rah-rah breakfast. Was there a good? I assume there was a good turnout there. Well, wasn't there when you went?
Well, I got there late. Sometime around, I think it was probably about 9 o'clock or something like that. And there was still 6-8 people there then. I would assume they had about an average crowd of 10 to 15 people.
Well, this is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD repeat in Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. That's good. That's good, Mark. I'm glad you got there, even though it was late. So, okay, so sounds good. Okay, I won't hold you. Thank you for checking in and participating.
Hi, you're most certainly welcome, Jim. I enjoy the Friday Night Fun Net, and I'll be standing by.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks. Okay, before we continue with trivia, do we have any more stations you'd like to check in this time? Please go on. Alright. Okay. I don't know how many people work satellite there, but I'll read this question anyway here. If I can find it. Okay. What is the impact of using excessive effective radiated power on a satellite uplink? A. Possibility of commanding the satellite to an improper mode. B. Blocking access by other users. C. Overloading the satellite batteries. D. Possibility of rebooting the satellite control computer. What is the impact of using effective radiated power on the satellite uplink? A. Possibility of commanding the satellite to an improper mode. B. Blocking access by other users. C. Overloading the satellite batteries. D. Possibility of rebooting the satellite control computer. Anybody correct to answer this question?
Well, I'll take a guess. KE9COB.
Go ahead, Mark.
I'm going with blocking the use of other users.
You are correct, Mark. You are correct. What is the impact of using excessive effective radiated power on the satellite uplink? The correct answer is B. Bravo, blocking access by other users. Always use a minimum amount of transmitter power to contact satellites, since their relay transmitter power is limited by their solar panels and batteries. If your signal on the satellite downlink is about the same strength as that of the satellite's beacon, you're using the right amount of power. Ham Radio License Manual, page 6-24. I guess I don't know how many people even use the satellite, but I thought I'd read the questions anyway. Okay. Well, a lot of people are new to get into radio and all this stuff, so a lot of this, some of this stuff probably wouldn't mean a thing to anybody. How do you know this you learn? What is standing wave ratio, SWR? A, A measure of how well a load is matched to a transmission line. B, the ratio of amplifier power output to input. C, the transmitter efficiency ratio. D, an indication of the quality of your station's ground connection. What is standing wave ratio, or SWR? A, a measure of how well a load is matched to a transmission line. B, the ratio of amplifier power output to input. C, the transmitter efficiency ratio. D, an indicator of the quality of your station's ground connection. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
E9 COB.
Go ahead, Mark.
Well, I'm going to go with the input to output.
Sorry, Mark. That's not correct. But hey, thanks for trying anyway.
Yeah, it's a long time since I took that test.
I hear you, Mark. I hear you. Okay, anybody else want to give it a shot? Okay. What is standing wave ratio SWR? Correct answer is A alpha, a measure of how well a load is matched to a transmission line. Because SWR is determined by the amount of forward and reflected power, SWR in an antenna system is also a measure of how well the antenna or load, in parentheses, and feed line impedances are matched. Ham radio license manual, page 4-11. Okay. What hazard exists in a power supply immediately after turning it off? A, circulating currents in the DC filter. B, leakage flux in the power transformer. C, voltage transients from kickback diodes. D, charge stored in filter capacitors. What hazard exists in a power supply immediately after turning it off? A, circulating currents in the DC filter. B, leakage flux in the power transformer. C, voltage transients from kickback diodes. D, charge stored in filter capacitors. Anybody correct answer to this question?
KE9 COB.
Go ahead, Mark.
The last one. I'm going to go with the last one.
You are correct, Mark. You are correct. Okay, 2 out of 3 isn't bad. That's great. All right, here we go. But you are correct. What hazard exists in a power supply immediately after turning it off? Correct answer is D delta, charge stored in filter capacitors. Capacitors in a power supply can store charge after a charging circuit is turned off, presenting a hazardous voltage for a long time. This includes small value capacitors charged to a high voltage. Make sure capacitors are discharged by testing them with a meter or use a grounding stick to shunt their charge to ground. Ham radio license manual, page 9-2. Okay, before we continue, do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please go now. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Do we have any more stations like to check in? Please go on out. All right. What are the toughest questions in the Tech General or XQA? Your tower questions, of course. You new ham radio operators, after you get your tickets, someday you're going to be involved in climbing the tower. You're going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of the tower climbing the ground support crew. If you if this next question, which I'm about to read, is asked tomorrow at the VE testing session here in Freeport, and you get it right, this might be your ticket to getting your ham radio license. All right. What is required when climbing an antenna tower? A. Have sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques. B. Use appropriate tie-off to the tower at all times. C. Always wear an approved climbing harness. D. All of these choices are correct. What is required when climbing an antenna tower? A. Have sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques. B. Use appropriate tie-off to the tower at all times. C. Always wear an approved climbing harness. D. All these choices are correct. Anybody have the correct answer to this question? And you tower climbers should know the correct answer to this question by heart.
89 COB.
Go ahead, Mark.
That would be all of them, I believe.
You are correct, Mark. You are correct. What is required when climbing an antenna tower? A. Has sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques. B. Use appropriate tie-off to the tower at all times. C. Always wear an approved climbing harness. Well, the correct answer is detailed. All of these choices are correct. Starting with personal preparation. Both climbers and ground crew should wear appropriate protective gear anytime work is underway on the tower. Each member of the crew should wear a hard hat, goggles or safety glasses, and heavy-duty gloves suitable for working with ropes. If you are the climber, be sure to get sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques before beginning. Use appropriate tie-offs to the tower at all times, and always wear an approved climbing harness. Don't use a leather lineman's belt, as they are unsafe and no longer approved for tower work. Many climbers prefer footwear with a steel shank that supports the foot while standing on a narrow rug. Handbrake license manual, page 9-19. Ruben K9OLF has worked on his tower. A young guy, he's a cheesemaker, when climbed that tower, he climbed that tower like nobody's business. He was able to get everything done correctly, and Ruben is now able to monitor every repeater in the area, even repeaters he hasn't heard from in years. So that is definitely terrific. All right. Do we have any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? We're coming over to the Friday Night Fish Fry, Steak Fry, Grocery Shopping, or the show. If you just turn your radio on, turn your radio on, you've been copying the mail for the last 45 minutes, this is your chance of checking the Friday Night Fun Net from everywhere in the region. Foot route traffic, please call case 9 GCR. Okay, these next few questions are going to be from the general Q&A. So let's see how good you are with that. Those of you who work FTH should know the correct answer to this question by heart. Which of the following is a common location for FTH? A, anywhere in the voice portion of the band. B, anywhere in the CW portion of the band. C, approximately 14.074 megahertz to 14.077 megahertz. D, approximately 14.110 megahertz to 14.113 megahertz. Which of the following is a common location for FT8? A, anywhere in the voice portion of the band. B, anywhere in the CW portion of the band. C, approximately 14.074 megahertz to 14.077 megahertz. D, approximately 14.110 megahertz to 14.113 megahertz. Anybody have the correct answer to this question? Those of you who work FTH should know the correct answer to this question by heart. Okay, I guess our people who work FTH must not be with us tonight. So okay, which of the following is a common location for FT8? Correct answer is C, Charlie, approximately 14.074 megahertz to 14.077 megahertz. Okay, we're going to move on to another question. Okay, which of the following is a way to determine current propagation on a desired band from your station? A, use a network of automated receiving stations on the internet to see where your transmissions are being received. B, check the A index. C, send a series of dots and listen for echoes. D, all of these choices are correct. Which of the following is a way to determine current propagation on the desired band from your station? A, use a network of automated receiving stations on the internet to see where your transmissions are being received. B, check the A index. B, send a series of dots and listen for echoes. D, all of these choices are correct. Anybody have correct answer to this question? To determine current propagation on the desired band from your station. The correct answer is A alpha. Use a network of automated receiving stations on the internet to see where your transmissions are being received. Beacon stations transmit signals so that amateur operators can evaluate propagation conditions. For example, by listening for beacon stations from Western Europe, you will be able to determine if the MUF is high enough for 10-meter communications to that area. They have General Class License Manual, page 8-9. Okay, what is the correct adjustment for the load or coupling control of a vacuum tube RF power amplifier? A, minimum SWR on the antenna. B, minimum plate current without exceeding maximum allowable grid current. C, highest plate voltage while minimizing the grid current. D, desired power output without exceeding maximum allowable plate current. What is the correct adjustment for the load or coupling control of a vacuum tube RF power amplifier? A, minimum SWR on the antenna. B, minimum plate current while without exceeding maximum allowable grid current. C, highest plate voltage while minimizing grid current. D, desired power output without exceeding the maximum allowable plate current. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, what is the correct adjustment for the load or coupling control of a vacuum tube RF power amplifier? The correct answer is D, delta, desired power output without exceeding maximum allowable plate current. Okay, we'll find another one. Okay, how does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? A, it equals the average of the branch currents. B, it decreases as more parallel branches are added to the circuit. C, it equals the sum of the currents through each branch. D, it is the sum of the reciprocal of each individual voltage drop. How does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? A, it equals the average of the branch currents. B, it decreases as more parallel branches are added to the circuit. C, it equals the sum of the currents through each branch. D, it is the sum of the reciprocal of each individual voltage drop. Anybody correct answer to this question?
E9 COB.
Go ahead, Mark.
Well, I'm going to guess, and I'm going to go with the sum of the branches.
Okay, well, let's, okay, I'm reading through this. Are you saying like either a C or C Charlie or D Delta? What do you mean?
Read them off again, and I'll give you a letter number.
Okay. How does... Just a minute. Hold on. All right. How does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? A, it equals the average of the branch currents. B, it decreases as more parallel branches are added to the circuit. C, it equals the sum of the currents through each branch. D, it is the sum of the reciprocal of each individual voltage drop.
Okay, K9COD here. My guess is C, Charlie.
You are correct, Mark. You are correct. How does the total current relate to the individual currents in the circuit of parallel resistors? The correct answer is C, Charlie. It equals the sum of the currents through each branch. In a circuit with several parallel branches, the total current flowing into the junction of the branches is equal to the sum of the current through each branch. This is Kirchhoff's current law. It refers to another figure here, G51. General Class Size and Manual, page 4-15. That was a toughie. Okay, we'll find another one here. Before we do, are there any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time, please? You're coming over to Friday Night Fish Fries, steak fry, grocery shopping, or show. You're just if you just turn your radio on, you've been copying mail for the last hour and 11 minutes. This is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun net from everywhere in the region. Without traffic means call K-Sun GCI.
0STZ, Sierra, Delta, Zulu. Bill in Rockford.
Okay, Bill. K0SDZ, San Diego Zoo. What's going on with you, Bill?
Well, we were just out at a kind of a family night at church and spent a little time with grandkids and listened a little bit to the net off and on the way home. So thought we would give you at least one for the count, and I may be kind of short time, or I may be able to participate a little bit more here this evening. We'll just see how that goes, but appreciate you guys being there. Bill, K0STZ.
Bill, thank you for checking in your beautiful signal tonight. I'm asking the question, of course, you know about this teacher at Jefferson High School that was trying to get spur interest in ham radio among the student population in the Rockford Public School, the District 205. Anywhere from grade school to middle school to high school. At least 13 students are interested for sure. I'm asking the question, what can we do to get younger people involved in this wonderful hobby of ours?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I think the ones that it's a funny thing. There's either you get kind of amazed by the magic of ham radio, or you don't, and either the bug bites you or it doesn't. So I think back in the day when, like in the late 50s when I was in high school, you just couldn't keep us away from it. We didn't have any teachers trying to start a club or anything, but the school had an old Hammerland communications receiver, and we brought in a transmitter and set up a station up in the put up an antenna up on the roof of the probably kind of bootleg antenna. I don't know if I don't think we ever bothered to get permission. Strung a wire up there, and just had a lot of fun with it. But I think if we ask the kids who do get interested in it, what was it that that appealed to you, and ask enough young people who get interested, because us old timers in our 70s and 80s, we know what was the appeal of ham radio for us, but in this generation with different relationship with technology and everything, it's just second preset here. It's a different kind of thing. So I think we got to find out what gets these kids interested in amateur radio, the ones that do, and then see if we can work backwards and, you know, use that appeal to attract more. Does that make any sense, K0SD?
That is definitely great. Yeah, it does make sense. Yes, it's because there's a lot of things in this hobby. There's some for everybody in this hobby. You can either use the internet or not use internet. Of course, as you know, I don't use internet and or any other technology. But there's a lot of that you can do a lot of this hobby using internet or cell phones or what have you. And that's or the old way with CW and yes, and HF. Some for everybody in this hobby. Yes, I totally agree.
KE9N.
KE9N. Hello, Kurt. Go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to check in. I hope I'm not interrupting too much, but I wanted to check in and say hello, Jimmy.
Hey, hello to you, Kurt. Yeah, we're just, Bill K0SDZ was talking about what his feeling should be. We're talking about this teacher at Jefferson High School is trying to interest a lot of the students throughout the Rockford School District in becoming ham radio operators. And I was just I was asking what can we do to get younger people involved into this hobby?
Well, I'm no genius or anything, but here's something you could try. You could tell them that if you get a ham radio license, then every Friday night they can, instead of going out, spending money and sitting on their cell phone with their friends, they can sit at home, drink beer, eat popcorn, and you get free parking and listen to the Friday Night Fun Net.
That's a good idea, yes, sirree. Yeah.
Other than that, like I said, I wanted to jump in and check in and say hello, and hope everything is going okay.
Everything is going okay, fine there, Kurt. Of course, I know next week will be your monthly meeting. So I was going to say, hopefully, when you guys have your second meeting afterwards, if somebody will take an HD with you and pass it around so we can get more people checking in. But hey, Kurt, thank you for checking in.
Hey, no problem. I was glad to check in, and I wanted to say hello to everyone listening, and hope everyone has a safe weekend. I'll let you go, Jimmy. You take care. KC9GCR, KE9N.
Sounds good, Kurt. Hey, thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. Dean has not checked in as of yet, so okay. Thanks, Kurt. KC9GCR, Celery, have a good evening.
Okay, see you later.
K0SDZ, Bill, anything else you'd like to add on the subject matter?
Negative, although I want to reinforce what Kurt said there. I think the free parking is a big attraction, and that's oh, I love it. What a bunch of characters on this Friday evening fun net. So, yep, no, that's about the size of it. K0SDZ, back to net.
Okay, Bill, thank you for checking in. Sudbury, have a good evening. Please feel free to jump in there. So, do we have any more stations want to check in? Please call now. Okay, we're continuing. We're in the general portion of the Friday Night Fun Net trivia. Reminder for those of you who maybe just tuned in. Tomorrow, we will be having our bi-monthly VE testing session here in Freeport at 12:30 p.m. in the Freeport Public Library. Anybody wants more information may contact John Mitchell, W9JC, our GVEC here in Stevenson County. Area code 815-234-5855. Area code 815-238-7485. You can also contact him at johnmitchell61@gmail.com, but you're better off calling him on the phone. Let him know you're coming, and let's have a good turnout tomorrow. In the past few sessions, we've had good, successful turnout, people passing. So, okay, I'm going to read another question here. What item of test equipment contains horizontal and vertical channel amplifiers? A, an ohm meter. B, a signal generator. C, an ammeter. D, an oscilloscope. What item of test equipment contains horizontal and vertical channel amplifiers? A, an ohm meter. B, a signal generator. C, an ammeter. D, an oscilloscope. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
A0STZ.
Go ahead, Bill.
That would have to be an oscilloscope.
You are correct, Bill. You are correct. What item of test equipment contains horizontal and vertical channel amplifiers? Correct answer is D delta and oscilloscope. An analog oscilloscope uses one signal to deflect a beam of electrons horizontally across the face of the screen and a second signal to deflect them vertically. The electron beam causes a phosphor coating on the inside of the screen to glow so that the beam's position represented the input signal voltages can be observed. Digital oscilloscopes convert the signals to data and display it on a computer-like screen to show voltages in the same way. Some oscilloscopes also accept a second input signal, which allows two signals to be compared to each other at the same time. General Class License Manual, page 4-42. Okay, find another one. Okay. How does the total current relate to the individual currents in a circuit of parallel resistors? A, it equals the average of the branch currents. I think we're going to skip this question. It sounds too much like a previous question we read earlier. We're going to skip that one. We're going to find another one. Okay. What is the advantage batteries with lower internal resistance? Yeah. Skip that one. Skip that one. Okay. What is the primary purpose of a screen grid and a vacuum tube? A, to reduce grid to plate to capacitance. B, to increase efficiency. C, to increase the total the control grid resistance. D, to decrease plate resistance. What is the primary purpose of a screen grid and a vacuum tube? A, to reduce grid to plate capacitance. B, to increase efficiency. C, to increase the control grid resistance. D, to decrease plate resistance. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, what is the primary purpose of a screen grid and a vacuum tube? The correct answer is A alpha, to reduce grid to plate capacitance. The screen grid is placed between the plate and control grid and kept at a constant voltage. This isolates the control grid from the plate and reduces the capacitance between them. General Class License Manual, page 4-27. Okay, do we have any more stations like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now. All right. What type of modulation is used by FT8? A. 8-tone frequency shift keying. B. Vestigial sideband. C. Amplitude compressed AM. D. 8-bit direct to sequence spread spectrum. What type of modulation is used by FT8? A. 8-tone frequency shift keying. B. Vestigial sideband. C. Amplitude compressed AM. D. 8-bit direct sequence spread spectrum. Those of you who work at FTH, you know the correct answer to this question by heart. Anybody have the correct answer to this question? Okay, our FT8 people must not be with us tonight. So, okay, what type of modulation is used by FT8? Correct answer is A alpha, 8-tone frequency shift key. I'm not even going to bother to read the discussion. Let's move on. What is indicated on a waterfall display by one or more vertical lines on either side of a data mode or RTTY or ready signal? A. Long path propagation. B. Backscatter propagation. C. Insufficient modulation. D. Overmodulation. What is indicated on a waterfall display by one or more vertical lines on either side of a data mode or RTTY or ready signal? A. Long path propagation. B. Backscatter propagation. C. Insufficient propagation. D. Overmodulation. Anybody correct answer to this question?
KE9N.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm going to say D as in dog.
You are correct, Kurt. You are correct. D as in dog it is. What is indicated on a waterfall display by one or more vertical lines on either side of a data mode or RTTY or ready signal? Correct answer is D delta or D as in dog, overmodulation. On a waterfall display like that, well, we don't worry about that. On a waterfall display, strong signals sometimes seem to have nearby ghosts that follow them down the screen, usually as 1 to 3 parallel lines. These are distortion products caused by overdriving the transceiver microphone's input with the AFSK signals or by the ALE signal, distorting the RF signal as it changes transmitter power levels. You can get rid of these unwanted spurious emissions by reducing audio levels and setting power levels so that the ALC system is not activated. General Class License Manual, page 6-12. Okay, I think this is going to be the last question of the evening, folks. Which of the following is a common way to adjust the feed point impedance of an elevated quarter wave ground plane vertical antenna to be approximately 50 ohms? A. Slope the radials upward. B. Slope the radials downward. C. Lengthen the radials beyond one wavelength. D. Coil the radials. Which of the following is a common way to adjust the feed point impedance of an elevated quarter wave ground plane vertical antenna to be approximately 50 ohms? A. Slope the radials upward. B. Slope the radials downward. C. Lengthen the radials beyond the one wavelength. D. Coil the radials. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KE9N.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I think it was B as in Bravo. You point the radials downward.
are correct, Kurt. You are correct. Which of the following is a common way to adjust the feed point impedance of an elevated quarter wave ground plane and vertical antenna to be approximately 50 ohms? Correct answer is B, Bravo. Slope the radios downward. A ground plane antenna is often constructed with a 1/4 wavelength vertical radiating element and 4 1/4 wavelength horizontal radio wires that form the ground plane. You can change the impedance of a ground plane antenna by changing the angle of the radios. Bending or sloping the radios downward to about a 45-degree angle will increase the impedance from approximately 35 ohms to approximately 50 ohms, which is a better match to most coaxial feed lines. Okay, that concludes Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. Those of you, hopefully, those of you who are coming to Freeport to take your respective tests tomorrow, will pass with flying colors. I hope you wrote down the answer to the questions, memorize them before you go to bed, memorize them if you're in your sleep at all possible. Don't take the answer to the VE testing session with you tomorrow, you end up in the doghouse. All right. Well, are there any more stations you want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. Now, I am assuming that there will be a night watch net in Chicago in less than a half hour at 10 o'clock. Sometimes they have a net on Friday nights, other times they don't. Every Friday night they go to a different establishment in Chicago. So when they get home, you don't know how they will be reacting or what have you. So we'll just see what happens. But anyway, the night watch net is held on the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, or you can also pick them up on 443.950 repeater in Janesville. Chad's W99HF repeater, PL 123.0 plus offset. That net is runs 7 nights a week beginning at 10 o'clock. Don't forget the Saturday evening radio tune net tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. in this repeater, which I will also be net control. The Big Thunder Amp Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 7 p.m. on the 1-4 on Sundays on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. The Greene County Aries Races net meets also on Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. The Monroe the Ham Radio Club, Greene County Amp Radio Club, will have its monthly meeting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at the Monroe Public Library. Okay, let's see. The Monday night Robber Info net meets at 7 p.m. on this repeater. I was net control this past Monday. I think I had a total of I don't know how many chickens I alternate with net with Larry K9 KZT. And there was no CW session either last Monday night or Tuesday night. So let's have a good turnout on these Mondays and Tuesday evening nets, folks, so that Larry can have a good CW session. So the Lee County Aries group holds its Monday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon. The Kishwaukee Amp Radio Club holds its Monday evening net at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb. The Tuesday evening net is held on this repeater at 7 p.m. And let's see. By the way, the Rock County Public Service net and the Greater Boyd Amp Radio Club nets are on summer hiatus. They will not be back on air again until after Labor Day. Okay, Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. on the 147.165 repair in Oregon or Chena, the Ogle County Hamsnet meets. They meet for about 5 minutes, then they go to 146.595 simplex for a brief simplex net. After they get done, they go back to the 165 repeater for the 9 o'clock areas and Skywarn net. The Wednesday evening chat net is held on this repeater at 7 o'clock. At the same time, I hold the Stevenson County, weekly Stevenson County Aries net on the 147.390 repeater. At 8 p.m., we have our Wednesday evening swap net on the 147.390 repeater. Mel, N9RPN, and I sure to use it as a net control operator. And Thursday evening at 7 p.m. on this repeater, you got the weekly Winnebago County Skywarn training net. Doug, KE9CNS, does a great job as net control. He had 10 check-ins last night. The DeKalb County Aries group holds its Thursday evening net at 7 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in the DeKalb. Oh yes, don't forget, the Badger Prairie Roundtable net is held every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. on the 440.950 repeater in Janesville. That's Chad's, the W99HF repeater. And the Senile net is held each and every day, Monday through Friday, 1400, 1500 hours Zulu, or 8 a.m., 9 a.m. local time, on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck, WD9BB as a net control operator. Now you're all caught up to date in your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. Okay, just a reminder, this net is being live streamed on YouTube with the Kerry KD9 the MAP is your he's doing the honors. This net is live streamed. It's also recorded. You can listen to Friday Night Fun net all day, every day, or all night, every night. He was telling me he's done the 30 of these nets, live streamed and recorded 30 of these nets. So like I say, you can listen to it anytime. Listen to Friday Night Fun net all day, every day, or all night, every night. It's Friday Night Fun net every night of the week. Let's say it's 3 in the morning, you can't sleep. So you decide I'm gonna turn on YouTube and listen to Friday Night Fun net. So like I say, you can listen to it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you like. Kerry, the K9 MVP, does absolutely a great job with that. Okay. And I've had no check-ins on the Friday Night Fun net hotline tonight, so if I'm transmitting, if you hear that phone ring, remember, that's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Okay. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please call now. Okay, does anybody have any questions, comments, or any traffic or any input they'd like to bring before the net this time? Okay, at this time, let's see. I have neglected to do this for many weeks now, but here's we're going to read the DX Code of Conduct, the Contester's Code of Ethics, and the Amateur's Code. This is the DX Code of Conduct. 1. I will listen and then listen again before calling. 2. I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. 3. I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before calling. 4. I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling and will never tune up on the DX frequency or in the QSX slot. 5. I will wait for the DX station to end a contact before I call. 6. I will always send my full call sign. 7. I will call and then listen for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. 8. I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign, not mine. 9. I will not transmit when the DX operator queries a call sign not like mine. 10. I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographic areas other than mine. 11. When the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copied it incorrectly. 12. I will be thankful even when I do make a contact. 13. I will respect my fellow hams and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. And number 14, this is not part of the DX code of conduct, but Kerry King on MAP and I came up with this. 14. I will send a QSL card or email to the DX operator to confirm my contact with the station. That's the DX Code of Conduct. Okay, one moment please. What did I do? Yeah. Uh-oh. Somehow I lost the contester's code of ethics. What did I... it's somewhere around here. Let me take a look. See, everybody stand by. Here we go. Friday Night Fun then. Contester's Code of Ethics. 1. I will learn and obey the rules of any contest I enter, including the rules of my entry category. 2. I will obey the rules for amateur radio in my country. 3. I will not modify my log after the contest by using additional data sources to correct call sign / exchange errors. 4. I will accept the judging and scoring decisions of the contest sponsor as final. 5. I will adhere to the DX Code of Conduct in my operating style. 6. I will yield my frequency to any emergency communications activity. And finally, number 7. I will operate my transmitter with sufficient signal quality to minimize interference to others. That's the Contester's Code of Ethics. Okay, finally, we haven't done this in quite some time. This is the amateur's code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasure of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and to the American Radio Relay League, to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. Is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. Let me reset. 4. The amateur is friendly. Slow and patient setting when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. Number 5, and this is important. Very important. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. And number 6, the amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. As Tony, N-I-R-B, our former EC here in Stevenson County, used to say, something to live by not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. Okay, now, any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, does anybody have any comments, or any questions, or any traffic I can bring before the net this time? I'll tell you what. We got a few more. We listed about 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. I think what I'm going to do, we'll just keep the net open here. If anybody wants to do any rag chewing or something like that up until 10 o'clock, you're welcome to do so. I got to clean up my desk anyway. It's definitely a mess. So anybody wants to rag chew, go ahead and carry on. This is K-Son G Tower, the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll be standing by. This is KC9G Center, the Friday Night Fun Day on the W9AXD Repair in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Day Central in Freeport. Do we have any more stations you'd like to check in this time? Please call now. Well, we may get some more rain late tonight or sometime tomorrow. Get those fans and air conditioners cranked up, folks, because we're going to be at, I think, early in mid-week next week, we're going to get our summer weather, hot and humid weather. This is the kind of weather we've been hoping for, and we pray for every year. Good old summertime. You bet. This is my favorite time of year, folks. June, July, and August. Yes, sir. You bet. This is KC9G Shar with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9XC Repeater Rockford transmit for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. Kerry K9 MAP was telling me when Winnebago County Sheriff's Department used to use the VHF analog iPad. Every night at 10 p.m., the dispatch radios the corrections officers at the county jail. Lockdown, time to secure the jail, lights out, bedtime, night-night jailbirds, night-night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay, at this time I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. One of the best guys in the whole world, he doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9CO in Belvedere. Give him a call at area code 815-547-8686. If you want that, you want any pieces of those coax. He's got 1,000 feet of coax for sale. He's asking $1 for each foot. Okay, let's see here. Justin, K9FEO, HC honorary chicken. Dean, K9FLO, HC honorary chicken.
KC9GCR, WI9HF. Did I miss the net, Jimmy?
No, it's still WI9HF K9G Sheriff. Still, I know the net's still going on. It has a few more minutes to go, but I'll put you down. How do things going with you?
Yeah, pretty good. Not doing too much. It's a little warm in the house. I might turn the air on, but I'm kind of cheap. Although we just got a brand new air conditioner a couple months ago. But I'm trying not to run it much if I don't have to. But anyway, not too much. I got an isolator installed in the repeater cabinet. Repeater has an isolator which will protect it from any effective power back from the antenna, which is a good thing. So that's what I was doing all day today, moving things around in my cabinet.
sounds good. Chad, I'm asking a question. What can we do to get younger people involved in this wonderful hobby of ham radio? Do you have any ideas?
Well, my idea, I guess, like usual, is go talk to your local high school, junior high, high school, grade school. Get the science teachers involved in ham radio. Tell them what it is, tell them what we do, and maybe hit on some of the space exploration, International Space Station, the moon trip in April. Tell them about all that kind of stuff, and of course, tell them what ham radio is all about. So that's one idea. And another idea, maybe take a couple of radios, HF rig, dual band mono, and set up in a local park someplace, and bring a cooler with some soda, water, whatever, and invite people down to the park, put out like a PSA over the radio station, and hey, want to know what ham radio is? Show up at XYZ Park on whatever day from this time to this time, and you get to talk on the radio and ask questions. I guess that's my ideas.
Yeah, you definitely have a good idea. That's for sure. Yes.
We were going to do that. We haven't done it yet in Janesville. We need more activity in Rock County here for sure. So it's what we want to do, hopefully sooner than later.
Comment? K0SCZ.
Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
This is Bill, K0SCZ. That's a pretty good idea. I'd be interested to find out how that goes. I moved here a few months ago from Minnesota, and around St. Paul, Minneapolis, we had an informal, not Parks on the Air, we called it Hams in the Park, where one day a month there was a certain park, and people could come and set up some kind of a portable, HF or whatever kind of portable station out in the park, and a bunch of people, other hams that didn't want to set anything up, but they'd come out there and have a hot dog and chew the fat. And I went out there several times. One time me and a buddy set up a mag loop and a transmitter and made a few contacts, but most of the time I just went out and BS with the guys, and you could it would be set up from maybe 1 in the afternoon until 3 or 4, something like that. So kind of like Parks on the Air, but without trying to make a competition out of it. Just people setting up and people setting up and then getting on the air on a portable basis. And that'd be something that young people could be introduced to and invited to show up, get involved if they wanted to, help out, talk on the air, explain to them they don't have to have a license. If there's a control operator, they can talk on the microphone, stuff like that. So I like what you're saying there, and I didn't realize the Janesville group was doing something like that. Now, this is Bill K0SPZ Rockford.
W99HF, Chad, did you copy that?
Yep, I sure did. Yeah, it's exactly kind of what I'm talking about. So it'd be good to expand on that.
Maybe we could do something like that, around Rockford too. If any guys were interested, it doesn't have to be field day. It doesn't have to be a POTUS station. It can just have, start with a few guys and maybe do it every month throughout the spring, fall, and summer, and see if people start showing up. If it doesn't work out, nothing lost.
Yep, absolutely. Don't forget the gals too. Need some women on there too. So good to include the females in there, because it's not a guy hobby, anybody's hobby. So, but yeah, it's a good thing.
Very, very true. It's 30, 40 years ago, there were a lot more women involved. Now even the going to HF, the YL systems net is all men, ironically. But yeah, we used to have a lot of women on our repeaters, at least around Minneapolis area. I don't know if that was true around here, but it's been interesting to see over the years. You would think there would be more women getting introduced to the hobby rather than more of them dropping out. It might be quite a few licensed, but just these were people, women that were really active, not just holding a license. K0STZ.
Yep, I'll turn it back to Jimmy here. But yeah, that's true. I know my ex-wife, she's a ham. I hope she renews her license, but she's become involved in other extracurricular activities, shall we say. That's not a good thing. Alcohol and other things, not going to go into that. But she was pretty active until her second ex-husband decided he was going to take it upon himself to tell her who she can and cannot talk to. So he basically just chased her off the radio, which is unfortunate. So, but yeah, I hope she kicks her bad habit that's going on currently and gets back into a good hobby. So, anyway, go ahead, Jimmy. The band on it, Jeff.
Hey, this is what this net is all about. It's like rag chew net, swap net, or tech net, or whatever, DX corner. That is definitely great. So I'll tell you what there. Hey, I'm going to proceed to close down the net there, but after I get done, if you guys want to continue the rag chew, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to disappear, I think, a little bit. But other station, I don't have my computer up right now, but I'm good on QRZ. You want to shoot me an email, my call again is Whiskey India 9 Hotel Foxtrot.
Yeah, okay, well, it's fun to think about these things. I mean, we have some, like Verna, man, she's, what is it, W9YUM now? She's a firecracker, but there just aren't enough like her anymore. Yeah, sorry to hear about your ex-wife and those bad choices. But hope she kind of comes around. And so, anyways, back to you, Jimmy, K0STZ.
Okay, sounds good. Bill and Chad, both of you, thanks for checking in. Chad, I also put down Erica as a check-in too, K9DY, and she's I already got her down as having checked in.
All right, Jimmy, I'm proud of you. You got her call sign right. That's cool. Now, I changed call signs. It takes a little bit to get used to that, but did a good job with that one.
Okay, guys. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and proceed to close down the net. You guys, thank you for checking in, and we'll catch you guys later. Chad will probably hear you on the Monroe net this coming Sunday night.
Right, Jimmy, sounds good. And it doesn't appear to be a night watch net tonight. Again, it's Friday night. They're probably indulging in their 807s high. So I'll probably drop the link after a little bit over on UHF. So anyway, 7-3 Jimmy, thanks for what you do for ham radio. We appreciate it. The VI9HF, and 7-3 Bill.
Welcome, Chad, and 7-3 to the bull. I won't even tune your repair then. I'll just leave it here. See if we pick up any late bird check-ins. K-Sun G Sharp Recorder. Good night, you guys. Talk to you later. Okay, are there any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net before I proceed to close it down? Please call K-Sun GCR.
Looking for somebody to bust me out here. I'm confined in the Youth Crisis Center yet, but not due to my own bad choices or anything. It's, of course, somebody else's fault. But anyway, so if you can tell anybody to bust me out of here, I'd appreciate it. 73K0STZ.
I didn't mean to double over you, Bill. Sorry about that.
No problem. I'm just doing my usual BS. 73.
That's what I do, too. Catch you later, Bill. K-Sun G-Star. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net.
And thanks for doing the Friday Night Fun Net, Jimmy K0STZ.
You're welcome, 7-3s. Any more station wish to check in, please call now. Okay, I want to thank Rob for the use of this repair to host the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of stations you've checked in so far. Myself, K-Sun G-Star, net control, my one and only early bird check-in, Dave, N9DLB here in Freeport. Lives about a mile west of me, well, east of me, I should say, north of beautiful downtown Freeport. Okay. K9KGT, Larry, the king of CW. Hope you'll have a CW session this coming Monday and Tuesday night. K9QPL, Paul, Wells Park, N9BWM, Bruce. These are my short time check-ins. Okay. KD9YBG, K9YI, Scott Monroe, W9JTC, Jamie, K9OLF, Ruben and Cedarville. Finally got a tower situation resolved. K9CNS, Doug, K9COB, Mark, K0SDZ, Bill, K9N, Kurt, and K9MAP. I decided to put them down that check-in anyway. Now, my honorary check-ins, N9ZO, K9FEO, K9FLO, K9RGG, N9WSQ George, and of course, Chad, W9HF, my regular check-ins, and KE9DYN. And also, Erica, W9MSL, Winter Freeport, about a few blocks west of me, K9OBJ John, AC9GO, Larry, and his better half, and W9YUF. Okay, let's see, let me count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 check-ins, let's see. One early bird check-in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 honorary check-ins, a total of 25 check-ins. Are there any more stations who wish to check in to the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Be sure you tell your your mothers and fathers and sons and daughters, or aunts and uncles, or nieces, your nephews, your in-laws, your grandparents, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Sure to tell the clerk beyond the checkout counter, your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter, your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office when you buy your stamps. And by the way, stamps are going up again. I think at the end of the month. Let's see. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office when you buy your stamps, mail your letters, or pick up your mail. Sure tell your bank teller or bank cashiers when you go to cash a check, withdraw money from the bank or what have you. Do it legally, of course. Sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun. The more check-ins, the better than that. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check it. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee, or clench your fist when the U.S. national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's just plain old all there is to it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the Friday Night Thunder as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. This is the last call for any stations who want to check on the Friday Night Thunder from anywhere in the region. Without traffic, please call Case 9 GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, there being no further business, this concludes the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, June 5th, 2026, with an unofficial count of 25 check-ins. Depending on what happens later on tonight, I may add some more check-ins. You know what? I got N4WGN, I got to check him in. N4WGN. H300. Okay, 26 check-ins overall. I'm now going to close out this, boy, that's right, I think the clock. I'm now going to close out this June 5th, 2026 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net and return the repair to the frequency normal amateur radio use at 10:22 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 4 hours, 22 minutes Zulu time. 7-3 everybody, this is Case 9 GCR, wish you all 7-3 to all, and to all good night. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Case 9 GCR. Be clear. Enjoy the hot weather. Good night, everybody. K9 MAP, this is Case 9 GCR. If you're listening, it was a 2-hour, 22-minute net, and an unofficial count of 26 check-ins. Case 9 GCR will be